Witches. I am Stephanie from the True North Witches. You might listen to our podcast. If not, if you're new to me and to us at True North Witches, then welcome. Happy Lunasad. We are going to be starting a new YouTube video series. First, it's going to consist of tarot. Each video will talk about a different tarot card. In this first video, we're going to talk about a brief history of tarot, and by brief I mean very brief. And we'll do all of this with a cup of tea. So grab your favorite cup of tea and come along on our journey. So, tarot, and yes, I have this lovely book which my son has drawn all over with my notes because I'm new to doing YouTube and whatnot. So the earliest reference to tarot dates back to 1440, 1450, around the cities of Venice, Milan, Florence, and Urbino. Tarot was a card game. It was an actual card game, and it had values from 10 to 1, and with 4 face cards, king, queen, knight, and knave, and the fool being a wild card, much like a deck of playing cards. It was a game of trick-taking, and the rules haven't changed since the 15th century. So it was an actual game that was played. I don't know the actual rules of this game, nor how to play it, but maybe one episode we'll learn. So it became associated with fortune and the occult in the 19th century, and has nothing to do with the original cards or game. So completely different. As you know, their first kind of tarot deck to come out was the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, though back then it was just called the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And most recently, the widely considered standard deck, it was released in 1909, and the cards were designed by Pamela Coleman Smith, and she was an amazing artist and mystic who only got credit a century later. So she only recently got credit for the beautiful art that she made for these cards. Probably because of the time, probably because she was a woman, and other reasons. So each card, when I first was learning tarot, I was taught that each card is considered a portal to the other side, the other world, whatever you want to call it, whatever you do call it. So it's 56 different portals, 52 different portals that you're playing with here. So you have to be careful with your intention. But it was also described to me like using a Ouija board. You've created a portal. You're using a portal to talk with the other side, whether it's good or bad. But really, it's all about intention. So, of course, we have the major arcana, which we'll go over every card, like I said. But I wanted to mention briefly the suits and what they represent. So, wands are represented by fire. They stand for willpower, energy, zest of life, self-assertion, creativity, productivity, and growth. Cups are represented by water, stand for the soul, internal essence, and the unconscious. Swords are represented by air. They stand for the mind, mental energy, consciousness, reason, and the intellect. Pentacles are represented by earth, stand for the body, all physical material, physical experiences, practical skills, and shaping the environment. So a lot of the pictures you'll see throughout this series are from my favorite deck that I use, which is the Gilded Tarot. I just really like the art, and I feel a real connection towards it. After we talk about tarot, we'll probably do a couple episodes on different oracle cards and how they came around, because I also have a favorite oracle deck that I use, which was actually gifted to me by my amazing co-host, Brooke. But I don't want to just talk about tarot, so once we're done this series, if there is a topic you guys want to talk about, or something you want to learn about, and don't necessarily want to do the research yourself, please email us at truenorthwitches@gmail.com. We also have a Patreon, TNW podcast, at patreon.com. We also have Instagram at True North Witches. Same with Facebook, it's also at True North Witches. And a website, www.truenorthwitches.com, where we will also have blog posts. We'll do 2 blog posts weekly. One will be by me, the other one will be by Brooke. And you can also reach out to us there. But happy Lunar Blessed be, witches, and I'll see you next time.